Stages of fire. In this module, we learn what are the stages of fire. There are actually 4 stages: incipient, when the fire begins; growth stage, the fire begins to grow; fully developed, when the fire is flashing with the full force; and then decaying stage, when it has consumed all flammable material or air which was available is diminishing, oxygen content is diminishing, fire will start dying now. So this will learn how it happens in this module. So welcome fire prevention and firefighting course. The basic firefighting course is mandatory for all STCW uh, persons joining ships or any floating objects or offshore platform. This is module 2, fire, its occurrences, its sustenance, and extinguishing fire. So chapter 4, spread of fire and its staging. There has been a little delay in preparing this module. It happens. I was not really so well. Anyway, that's all right. Introduce myself because you must know who is your trainer. So welcome aboard. I am Sanjeev Mehta and I'm your instructor for this module on fire prevention and firefighting. With over 2 decades at sea and then in the maritime training, I worked in the training center, some of the ship management companies, and then I have been freelancing, doing many things, auditing, etc., and etc., and some training, of course. So this course is designed not just to inform you, just but to prepare you to act, think, and respond when it matters the most. Fire can happen anywhere, anytime, even on the ships. And on the ship, if it happens, it's devastating. It overwhelms the crew, all right? And a fear sets in. So you have to prepare yourself. Remember, fail to prepare means prepare to fail. So you must prepare before any incident occurs. So let's begin this voyage by understanding the fundamentals that could save lives, including yours. Fire and its stages. A fire which has already occurred can spread to surrounding area the same way heat is transmitted provided flammable material is available, because heat will be transmitted as long as flammable material is available and it's burning. And of course, air is also present. Rapid combustion is called explosion. When the combustion takes place very quickly, that's explosion. That is all or most of the flammable material burns quickly as sufficient amount of heat and oxygen was present to support this rapid combustion. Now, what do you think? How many sides are there of any given space? 2, 4, or 6? Yes, you are right. There are 6 sides of any given space. What are the 6 sides? Forward, aft, port, starboard, top, and bottom. So whenever a fire occurs in any compartment or any area, you have to check and see what is on 6 sides of this given compartment or given area. What flammable material might be there. So all of it has to be removed. Therefore, when a fire occurs at any time in any area or a ship, attention must be given to all 6 sides. Obviously, as fire can spread to any of these 6 sides because the heat will spread. We also know that heat is transmitted by conduction, convection, and radiation. Heat always flows from the higher temperature zone to lower temperature zone, trying to equalize the temperature. There is a physical formula, physical laws of the nature. Correct? Conduction means progression of heat through a conducting media or material, like metal. Ship is indeed is constructed of steel, a flammable a metal. Therefore, if fire has occurred on one side of the bulkhead, it can spread on the heat can spread on the other side of the bulkhead also, or the adjacent bulkhead. So when the heat is transmitted, if flammable material is present, that will also possibly will start burning. Correct? No? What is convection? Convection takes place where molecules have much more freedom to move, unlike in a solid material, where the atoms are cohesively bonded together. But convection takes place when molecules are free to move around, like in a liquid or in the gaseous form, where comparatively molecules are free to move around. So when a fire takes place, hotter air will move to the cooler area, heating that area also, therefore transmitting heat. A convection current will set up. The hot, suppose air particle will get heated up, they will go up, or liquid particles, they will get heated up. The hotter particle will go up, and then they will start to come down and move to the area which is the cooler. So kind of a convection current will set up, therefore transmitting heat. Fire may begin in another area of the ship when the heat is transmitted by convection currents. All right. Radiation is a phenomena when the heat is felt just like we feel the radiant heat of the sun. Sun is far away, but we can feel the radiant heat of the sun. So a fire will radiate heat and also light. So similarly, any fire will radiate and heat, also the light. This radiated heat may be sufficient to raise the temperature of the flammable material in the far away area from where the fire had taken place. So area much farther away may also start uh, will start also start catch fire if flammable material is available there and the heat is sufficient to ignite that flammable material. Of course, provided oxygen is available. So as I explained in earlier chapter, a fire will begin when all three sides of the fire triangles are present. What are the three sides of the fire triangle? You remember? Flammable material, heat or source of ignition, and air or oxygen. All three are present at the same time, fire will begin. Does the fire develop and spread in stages? Yes, fire develops in stages. We'll, we'll know what the stages are. How many stages are there for a fire? Any idea? There are actually four stages of a fire. Incipient stage, growth stage, fully developed, decaying stage. Incipient, when the fire has just begun, the flammable material start burning. Now, when the flammable material is burning, it's more heat is produced. That heat produced will burn all other flammable material which is in the area and available. So all of it will start burning. Then the fire is growing. Typically, a fire grows and doubles in size in every 20 to 30 seconds. Once all the flammable material which is available start burning and enough oxygen or air is present, fire will be in a fully developed stage. You can see the flame rising up to very high level. All, after some time, when the fire consume all the flammable material, or all the air in the area is being consumed, it will start dying down on its own. Of course, if the firefighting efforts are being made, it will start dying down earlier. But even if nothing is being done, once it consumes all the flammable material, provided no other flammable material is being supplied to the fire, it will start dying down. That is called decaying stage. All right. So, what is incipient stage of the fire? This is the stage when all three sides, as per the fire triangle, represent. Fire at this stage is small, generally give rise to the smoke. Initially, always smoke is there. Sometimes fire goes off on its own at this stage. Provided, let's say, flammable material was there, it has caught fire. Flammable material is also present, but it is a little far away, and it has not caught fire because the heat was not sufficient to ignite that. It's possible. The height of the flames are generally not more than 5 to 6 feet, hardly ever exceeding 8 to 9 feet. That is in the initial stage, incipient stage of the fire. Fire is also confined to the area where it began. So this is our best chance to fight the fire and extinguish it. That's why in the first module, if you remember, fine. Earlier we find, better off we are to fight the fire. So these are our best chance to fight the fire and extinguish it. Remember, time is very important. And fire begins to spread very quickly. As I was saying, 30 seconds, it doubles. Sometimes 20 seconds also. On average, 30 seconds, it doubles in size. Growth stage of the fire. In this stage, fire starts growing rapidly, consuming large amount of oxygen and burning flammable material whichever is available. Temperature also rises substantially. Flashover may also take place in this stage, igniting flammable material present in surrounding area simultaneously. That means this fire is already burning, flame material which is there in the surrounding area that will start burning, flashover. Since the growth of the fire occurs rapidly and flashover occurs suddenly, many firefighters get incapacitated at this stage. This is a very dangerous stage. Temperature also rises very substantially. They're very high temperature at this stage. Fully developed, of course, in this stage, fire has grown to its full potential. All the flame material which is present is burning. Fire consumes all available flame material to sustain itself. Temperature often reach 650 degrees centigrade or maybe more. This is the time when temperatures are highest in the fire. Tremendous amount of smoke is present and height of the flames are much higher, maybe 10 to 12 feet. This stage is very dangerous for anyone to get trapped in. There's hardly any escape. Hmm? Okay. This stage may last longer than any other stage. So you have to be careful. Don't accept that fire has died down. You have to confirm that it has died down. Fire has consumed most of the material in this stage. Hardly any flammable material is present. Sufficient amount of temperature is still there. Huge amount of oxygen has been consumed. If it was a confined space, oxygen might have been reduced very much. That's why fire starts dying down. And if air becomes available, it will flash over once again. So intensity of the fire reduces as no more flammable material is available for the fire to consume. Fire starts to die down. Fire may start to grow again if fire was on an open area of the deck and wind speed picks up, or flammable material becomes available once again. For example, a ruptured fuel line. Firefighter must continue to spray water or foam or whatever media was being used because until the fire is declared extinguished, confirmed extinguished, there is danger of it igniting once again. All right. At this stage, fire shall slowly die down. Remember, temperature may still be sufficiently high and it may reignite if the flammable material present find the condition favorable once again. That is, flammable material is not far below its flash point. Flammable material is present, but temperature has come down just below its flash point. So fire may reignite once again. Air or oxygen becomes available to the fire, which is at the dying stage. Sufficient air becomes available, it may reignite. Caution must be exercised and it must be ensured that fire indeed has died down. As I again confirm, and there is no possibility of it getting ignited, it has to be confirmed by a responsible officer. Then only all clearance to be given for the entry of the ship's crew to start the cleanup operation, not before that. All right. So this is the end of module 2, chapter 4, spread of fire and its stages. I hope you find this lecture series. I have compiled it in very short topics, 15 minutes at the most. So you can watch again and again. Encourages you to learn and look forward to more of the videos. Do spread the word among your shipmate, and ship also a show to your company. Shortly, I'll be preparing module 3, onboard firefighting, chapter 1, detection of fire. If you like this presentation and like to make a voluntary contribution, you are most welcome. Here are my details. Okay, PayPal, you can send DCE Prof. All right, have a good day. Thank you very much.